Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. So today we are going to study about gases. So this one will be the lecture number 1, part 1. The outline of this lecture as written in this slide. In a previous lecture, we had learned the topic states of matter. So in this slide, you can see there are three phases: solid, liquid, and gas. And from the diagram here, we can see the arrangement of the particles in the solid, liquid, and gas are different to each other. For example, if we take the first one, solid, so the particles are arranged very closely, and we said it is packed arrangement. Whereas for the liquids, a little bit closely packed but able to flow. But for the gas, the particles are far apart to each other, and it able to shoot about freely. It can move freely in this container. Okay, so if we compare to the shape, only the solid have a definite shape, and for the volume, only solid and liquid has a definite volume, whereas for the gas there is indefinite shape and also indefinite volume. These are the general characteristic of gases. So you can see that the particles of gases can move freely, and gases can be expanded infinitely, and it also occupied container. So when you put gases inside the container, it will occupy according to the container. And also gases diffuse and mix rapidly and randomly. Gases are the most disorder of the phases of matter. These are the terms that you have to know when you study gases. Okay, the first one, you have to know how to measure the pressure, because only gas has a pressure, the volume of the gas, the temperature, and also how to calculate the amount of moles. Okay, what is the definition of pressure? If you look at to this slide, you can see that it is defined as force per unit area. So pressure is equal to force divided by area, and the unit for force is Newton, and the unit for area is meter square. So the unit for the pressure will be Newton per meter square. And in this term, Newton, actually 1 Newton is equal to 1 kilogram meter per second square. So as we know that when you say that Newton per meter square, you mean that it also the same as what we say in Pascal. So another unit for pressure is ATM, and the conversion between the ATM and Pascal is 1 ATM is equal to 101325 Pascal. This slide shows you common units of pressure. So you can see there are many units that can represent pressure. For example, here you have Pascal, and this one is the value of Pascal at average air pressure at sea level, and then this one psi, torr, inches of mercury, and the last one will be atmosphere. We are familiar with atmosphere. Okay, so this is a device that you use to measure atmospheric pressure, and it is called a barometer, which has been introduced by Torricelli. And if you look at to this one, it is called mercury barometer. Why? Because this part, the gray color here, is a mercury, and the container here is full with mercury, and there is one tube here where there is also a mercury with a certain distance of height. So the height is a measure at a sea level. That's why you can see there is a part where there is a vacuum, there is no mercury inside here. So the height from sea level to this part is about 760 millimeter, or in inches is 29.92 inch. Okay, so this is the glass tube, and when this happens, you can calculate the atmospheric pressure, where the pressure comes from the top here to the down. Okay, so the column height measure P of the atmosphere. So you can see that the standard atmosphere is about 760 millimeter mercury, or another unit is torr, 760 torr. Okay, so the height is about 34 feet of water. I see water. Okay, so another unit here is written as Pascal, and this is the conversion of Pascal. So this is also a type of a device that is used to measure a pressure, but the shape is a little bit different. And this device is called a manometer, and you can see a U-tube here, and it can be up and down by moving one side, and this side is the open atmosphere, and this side is closed, where it goes to one container, or you can also, in this case, is a balloon. Okay, you can calculate or measure the pressure of the balloon. Okay, so if the pressure of a gas is higher or bigger than the pressure of atmosphere, so the pressure can be calculated by using this formula. The pressure of gas is equal to the pressure of atmosphere plus the height. The height means from this mercury to this mercury. So you can see the symbol is here. So this is the difference of the height between open and closed part. And when the pressure of a gas is smaller than the pressure of atmosphere, so the formula is different. So you can calculate the pressure of gas by using P atmosphere minus the height. So you can see in this case, the height at the closed side is higher than the open side. So open side shows the pressure of the atmosphere. Okay, let's try this exercise. So if you look at to the question here, the pressure of a gas is 49 torr. What would be the pressure in atmosphere and pascals? So when you look at to this question, actually it just wants you to convert the unit from torr to the atmosphere and also for the pascal. So you have to know what is the how to convert from one unit to another unit. So in this case, we know that 1 atmosphere is equal to 760 torr. So when you have 49 torr, so it will give you this value. Same thing, we know that for the 1 atmosphere is equivalent to 101325 Pascal. So if you have this amount of atmosphere, so it will give you this value of Pascal. That's all for part 1.